This is the fan grill from my barber's 3-ton Rheem Classic 10-seer air conditioner. Like I said in the other video, the compressor failed. Probably had something to do with the unseasonably hot weather we've been having lately. And my barber actually and several of his employees, several of the other barbers there, they have Wi-Fi at the barber shop, and they like watching my channel and all the videos I have up of vintage air conditioners, and the video I made of this unit last April when it was still working. So yeah, this was a donation by my barber. And I am going to use it I'm going to replace the current classified info productions end credit thing with a picture of this, and I'm going to cut out like a piece of paper and tape it where the Rheem logo is. My barber said he would have let me keep the whole unit if I'd been around when he had it replaced. But he did save this part of the unit for me, so I'm grateful for that. And I kind of would have liked to do a little autopsy on the Copeland compressor, the Copeland scroll compressor, and see exactly what failed. But this is good enough. I'm sure another air conditioner will come along that I can take apart. And again, this was a straight cool unit and not a heat pump. And the air handler still remains at the barbershop, the original Rheem air handler. And the building is very old. It did not originally have central air. It just had gas, public natural gas for the heat, and it was a hot water baseboard heating system with a gas boiler in the basement. So yeah, the Rheem was the building's first central air conditioning system, and only the barbershop had central air. All the rest of the building had gas baseboard heat, but just window units for air conditioning. So I am going to clean this unit up. This unit, why do I keep calling it a unit? It's just a fan grill. I'm going to clean up the fan grill with the 409, and I'm going to hose it down. Just had quite the thunderstorm come through, and it was raining, and it's even more humid than it was before now, so it's not all that hot. It's probably in the 80s, but it's uncomfortably humid. And as you can see, I got my AC on. That is the upstairs unit running right now, and it just shut off. So yeah, I'm going to clean off the stamped Octagon fan grill. I used Windex to clean my aunt's 1987 Ruud Achiever 10. So I'm going to wipe it down, and then I'm going to wipe it down with the 409, and then I'm going to give it a spray down with the hose. And that grime is coming off nice and easy. So yeah, I will be back. Out. Okay, so I moved the fan grill to the top of the back steps here, because whenever I would wipe it down, it would slide along the concrete here, and it would scrape up the edge, and I don't want to mess up the paint, so I moved to the top of the steps. And I did try putting it right there on the bottom step, but it kept sliding, so I just moved it up here. But anyway, one thing I have noticed about Rheem and Ruud condensing units, both the heat pumps and the air conditioners, is that they do not rust. Someone pointed this out to me a while back. I forget who it was, someone on YouTube. But yeah, they do not rust. The paint will fade over time, and this unit's paint was definitely not as shiny as it was when it first came out of the box about a decade ago. But yeah, these units do not rust. The screws that are used to hold the cabinet panels together will rust, and when it rains, it'll stain the side of the unit, but I do not believe I have ever seen a Rheem or Ruud condensing unit rust. I saw a couple stamped Octagon style Rheem heat pumps while I was in Virginia Beach, and those had like a tiny bit of rust, like surface rust, but they weren't like totally rusted like some of the units I've seen around here, like the 2004 Carrier heat pump at my gym, the little circle thing in the middle with the Carrier logo. All the black paint is chipped off and it's just rust. I have never seen a Rheem or Ruud air conditioner or heat pump rust. My aunt's 87 Ruud in New Jersey, that's not rusted. In fact, I wiped that down with Windex last summer, like I said, and it was, I mean, the paint's not perfect, but it is absolutely, it doesn't look like a 1987 air conditioner. It's almost glossy. And my AC unit just turned on. So yeah, you can see there's just a little bit of dirt, like in the edges. This thing just feels incredibly solid compared to other fan grills I've gotten my hands on. But yeah, there's just a little bit of dirt there. I've been cleaning that off with the 409. This is where the fan grill met the seam between it and the compressor cover. This was one of those, not like a unit like my aunt's or my grandmother's, but one of those rectangular units that had the compressor in a separate little compartment where it wasn't visible without taking that off. So it was one of those rectangular units, and it was a 3-ton, like I said. Yeah, no rust at all. In fact, the paint still looks, the paint's in great shape. This just proves my point about how durable these units are. It's a shame that the compressor went. And my barber actually wanted to fix it. And the technician was actually leaning towards fixing it too, but they couldn't find the right compressor in time. It was hot as hell outside, and nobody wanted to wait for the part to come in. So they just replaced the air conditioner. It only took 2 hours to get the old unit out and the new unit installed, because they left the original air handler. But yeah, if it hadn't been as hot and if they'd been able to track down the right compressor, they probably would have salvaged this. Because this was a damn good unit. So I'm going to continue with the cleaning now. Hosing it down now. I don't know if you saw it, but there's a dead leaf caught in one of the louvers. Gonna try and get that out. I think I might have just gotten it out. And there's all the runoff from the 409. And both of them were just running. Upstairs unit must have shut off. There's always a much higher heat load on the upstairs unit than there is on the downstairs unit. Yeah, and again, just look at that construction. Just the bracing here just looks rock solid. Never seen underneath one of these fan grills before. Yeah, the fan motor was a circular fan motor. It was bolted right up in here, and the technician took it all apart and let me keep the fan grill, so I could keep the fan grill. And that is all the grime that came off the unit. Got the paper towel right there and the shirt right there. Turn it around. And I did get that leaf. And it's looking like I'm gonna have to put the spare battery in. I did a lot of filming today. The ICP at the barber shop, the airflow heat pump at the commercial property. Alright, I'll be back. Looks like I did not get the dead leaf. That little bastard is really wedged. Actually, that's not I don't know what the hell that is, but it's really freaking wedged in there. Alright. Almost done here. As you can see, I am propping it up with the barbells that we have been using to keep the egress window cover from blowing away in the winter. And as you can see, those weights have been there a very long time. A couple of 10-pound barbells. So yeah, one more thing. There is the fan grill, all clean. Or as clean as it's going to get for now. Yeah, I'm just going to hose it down one more time and then I'm going to bring it in the house. And yeah, it won't even stay here. There we go. Here's the barbells. Incredibly rusty barbells. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Out.